Great. A storm.
This might play into our hands, though. There'll be a lot less people to sneak or fight past that way. The bridge leading back to the courtyard should be just up that hill. Let's go. Hold on. Do you see that?
Yeah, patrols.
I don't think they'd recognize us right away. Let's just not get too close and try to act normal.
Got it.
All I'm saying is I don't like these dressed-up idiots acting as if they're the ones making the laws now.
What would you have the Lord Marshal do? The people believe in them.
If whoever the people believed in would be in power, unicorns would be running this country now. What the commoners need is a strong hand to guide them. Not some lunatic babbling on about the return of the All-Father.
How do you know it's just lunacy?
I can't believe you just said that.
Guys, the Crown isn't paying us for chatter. If you two want to bicker, get yourselves a chamber.
With over 7,000 soldiers stationed in Greykeep, the fortress's need for food and drink is immense, requiring equally immense space to store them. What few people know is that Greykeep's undercroft is more than just a vault. It is also the entry point to an intricate network of hidden tunnels, which lead all the way through the keep.
Here we are. Now where's that secret sewer entrance the Harbinger was talking about?
No idea. I've never been to this part of the keep.
Okay. Wait. Do you hear that? Footsteps.
Yeah, they noticed we're gone. We need to move quickly. Blazes, Alistair. That's bad.
Know him?
Yeah. We need to reason.
What the? Asbin! Tahar? What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be...
Rotting in a cell. You better have a damn good explanation for this, Corporal.
It's not how it looks, Alistair. You don't know the whole story.
What are you...
Why are we even listening? We know what he did.
Yes, you know what I did. I tried to save a bloody village full of innocents from being slaughtered. And now they want to kill me? Forget it. I'm not gonna give in like that.
But he had to do it. If he hadn't purged that village, the bloodburn might have spread to Greyfell.
See, that's where you're wrong. That's where you're all wrong. The bloodburn isn't contagious. It's a curse. And slaughtering these villages did nothing. You hear me? Nothing! That night in the Kraken, didn't you tell me you still dream of that child? That you're still blaming yourself for not doing the right thing when you could have? That's what I did. And I'm not gonna die for it.
But...
How do you know?
What?
How do you know it's just a curse?
Remember the red fever? It spread throughout half of Io within weeks. Do you know how many people died? Hundreds of thousands. If the bloodburn were as contagious as the General thinks it is, we would be standing in a sea of bones right now. Please, just think for a moment. I'm not the enemy.
You... Stop it, Esben. Tahar's innocent.
What?
You heard me. You can pass, Tahar. Though I'm not sure what you're hoping to find down here.
Neither are we. Thank you, Alistair. Thank you.
I'm the one who should be thanking. Now go. We'll cover for you.
I can't believe you just did that.
Well, I did.
There. That must be the entrance the Harbinger was talking about. It should lead us through the mountain into the sewer system.
All right. And what then? How far is this village, Farland's Hope?
It's in Iskander. A 4-day journey. Maybe a bit more.
You do realize we don't have to do this, right? We could just make a run for it.
I don't think so. Lacane would find us. And if what he says is true...
Wait, you actually believe that? This vision stuff?
Honestly, I don't know what to believe anymore. But I think for now we should stay on his good side. We can figure out the rest later.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I wouldn't know where to go anyway. All right then, Corporal. Lead the way and I'll follow.
With Aelot Iskander executed for allying with your father during the Mage Wars, the Iskander lands have since fallen into anarchy. On your journey, you've met many travelers, sunken-cheeked figures who've told you stories about having lost their homes to bannerless soldiers and bandits. They have also told you something else, that a once-deserted village has come back into bloom, offering refuge to those without shelter. Farland's Hope.
All right, let's see. According to our map, Farland's Hope should be down this path to the east. We need to be careful, though. From what I've heard, things have become pretty grim in Iskander after the rebellion. You know, bandits, roaming monsters, orcs, the usual delights.
I know. We'll be on our guard.
Good. Then let's get going.
What do you mean I can't pass? We need to get fresh water.
Look, ma'am, it's the commander's orders. No villagers beyond the outskirts.
I don't give a rat's ass about the commander. Let me through.
I won't. Now bugger off. Go talk to the commander or Clara if you want to shout at someone.
I'll be back.
All right, we found Farland's Hope. So, what's your plan? Shall we just walk in there and tell everyone we're sent by the Harbinger of Light?
No. Let's look for that mayor and use the code word Lacane gave us. He'll know what to do.
Sounds good.
Now that's a face I haven't seen before. Where are you from? You don't look like Iskander folks to me.
We're not. Actually, we are sent by the Light and are looking to meet a contact here.
So you're the ones Lacane was talking about. Huh. Had something different in mind, to be honest. But anyway, I'm Clara Farland, mayor of this beautiful place. I suppose you figured as much already. Judging by that look in your eyes, you probably want to get straight to the point. You're here for the dwarf, aren't you? Iskrim.
Yes. Is he in the village?
No, he's not. But I can tell you where he is, under one condition.
All right. What do you want?
What? No bickering? That's a pleasant surprise. To be brief, about 2 months ago, orcs invaded Iskander. And it seems they are set on destroying our village. Our militia is doing its best to keep them at bay, but the situation's getting more dire by the minute. Since you two look as though you can fight, I was wondering...
If we can join your militia.
Pretty much, yes. If we don't get rid of the orcs soon, Farland's Hope will be history. And also, they've got your dwarf.
Why would the orcs attack you? It's been decades since they last invaded human territory.
Dear, I don't know. If I did, I would have tried to reason with them. But they seem to be from a particularly savage tribe, so maybe they just realized that with House Iskander gone, this land has practically become lawless.
The orcs took Iskrim? Why?
They haven't told me their motivation, so I don't know. But I'm guessing they just came across him when he was out in the wilds doing whatever Lacane pays him to do. I only know this because one of our scouts told me the orcs were keeping someone captive in their camp.
So he's alive, but in the hands of the orcs. That's both good and bad news. Well, seems that we have no choice then. We'll...
Wait a second. Weren't you a corporal in the Royal Army before all this?
I was. Until they try to execute me, remember?
Yes, but that doesn't change anything about your experience, does it? I think we should talk to the local commander and see if you can, well, help him out. As a leader.
Hold on a second, darling. Are you suggesting we let a stranger take over our militia?
Temporarily, yes. Look, Madam Farland, I know how this sounds, but this is a seasoned commander you're talking to.
But... fair enough. Maybe this is worth a try. Truth be told, Commander Mart hasn't done much but yell at people anyway. Go and tell him I sent you. Then help him prepare an attack on the orc camps. Mart keeps on saying it is too risky, but I don't see any other options at this point. He's eastwards, at the foot of this mountain. Ah, and one more thing. Try to be sensible, will you? Just tell him who you are and how you can help. He's, well, quite the character.
So, since you work with the Harbinger, are you part of the Purity? Do you believe in the return of Aeonir?
Do you?
I don't care much for religions. I work with the Harbinger, not for him.
And there you are, shouting it from the rooftops. Whew, you certainly are a bold one. To be honest, with a village of war-shaken farmers to take care of and raping bandits and orcs to defend ourselves against, the return of Aeonir isn't my most pressing matter to attend to. I think you understand.
And how do you feel about the Purity's take on mages?
The executions, you mean? I don't know. I try to stay out of things like that as much as I can.
Most people do. And that's why these kind of things happen.
True, dear, it is. But what would you have me do? Send my glorious army of farm boys and widowers against Greykeep to rescue the mages from the pikes? Wonderful idea.
Yeah, sure.
So you're allies by necessity.
I suppose you could say that, yes. I help the Harbinger, he keeps his people off our backs. Everybody wins.
This inn is yours, isn't it? How did you become the mayor?
Honest answer? I don't know. I guess I just wound up here. You know, all these useless wars. What some people tend to forget is that it's the farmers and villagers who suffer the most from them. When I came here, this place was a ruin. Yet, for some reason, many refugees from the war had come here, as if it was some kind of safe haven. So I made sure that it became one.
And you're a farmer yourself?
Well, not quite, but let's not go there.
Can you tell me anything about the area?
Like what? Don't wake the sleeping trolls? Make sure your blades are sharp when you head into orc territory? Yes, I can tell you that. But I doubt you didn't know already.
Why make a stand here? Wouldn't Everlight be a much safer place to be?
Of course it would. But what makes you think we could make the journey? This militia of ours. Yes, we might fend off some bandits, but what if we run into a group of orcs, highwaymen, deserters? Bottom line, it's too dangerous. Especially now with the orcs at our doorstep.
Makes sense, I guess. I'll be off. Thanks for your time.
Sure.
So, Tahar, tell me something.
Yes?
Isamo Tahar, the mage rebel, is your father. I got that. But who?
Is my mother...
Yeah.
She's dead. She died while giving birth to me.
Oh. I'm sorry.
It's okay. As I said, I never knew her. Are you Mart? Clara sent me.
It's Commander Mart, and yes, I am. What does she want? I'm busy.
With what exactly? That mug of ale over there?
How funny. Mind if I laugh later? Because right now, I'm the only thing that stands between this place and a pack of rampaging orcs tearing it to fucking pieces!
I know, and I wouldn't disturb you if it weren't important.
Well, spit it out then. What does she want?
Well, Clara said you might need some help with the militia.
Does she now? Well, I don't. Thanks for your offer.
According to Clara, if these orcs aren't taken care of soon, the village will be overrun. I understand your reluctance, but we can help you.
You forgot to mention that you're a seasoned corporal of the Royal Army.
Royal Army? Ha! You people are the reason we got into this bloody mess in the first place. No, not a chance.
Look, we're different. Let us prove it.
You're a tenacious one, aren't you? Alright, fine. There's a small orc and goblin camp nearby. Scouts by the look of them. If you're as tough as you say you are, it should be easy for you to deal with them, shouldn't it?
Alright, I'll do it. Where are those camps?
Do you have a map? Here. That's where they were last seen. Good luck, Corporal.
Hunting goblins. Ellen's reigns. That man is just playing with us.
I know, but let's play along for now. We don't really have a choice. I took care of those scout camps for you.
Nonsense. You? By yourself? Ah, sod it. It doesn't matter. No way on Io I'm letting a stranger take over my militia, not for a bloody minute.
Mart, we had a deal.
No, we didn't. I just asked you to take care of these camps. You did? Fine. No promises made. Now sod off. I have business to attend to.
All right. I think we're wasting our time here. I know men like this. He's just afraid you might prove to be a better leader than him.
What? No, I'm not? You... All right, sod it. If you really think you can do a better job than me, fine. But don't expect me to stick around while my men are being slaughtered. Bloody idiots. All of you.
So you were actually able to convince him. Huh, not bad. Still, it's a shame he left us. He was a good man once, you know. But what happened to his daughter? It broke him.
What did happen?
Doesn't matter. Anyway, glad our plan worked out. Now just make sure I don't regret it. I'll let the villagers know you're in command for now.
Good. I'll prepare an attack on the orcs.
Yes. Just remember what's at stake, will you? These troops you'll be sending into battle, they're sons, daughters, brothers, and sisters. And they will be trusting you, because I do.
I'll do all I can.
Make sure it's enough.
By Nihalf, thank you. These are Farland people, aren't they? I can't believe they really came for me.
The orcs were threatening to destroy their village. I made sure we'd be there in time to save you.
I see. Oh, by the fires of Bargagor. All these bodies. How many people did you lose to get through?
Far too many. There will be a lot of mourning in Farland tonight. Please tell me that you are Iskrim.
I am. Tell me, you don't look like one of these Farland people. How did you do this?
That's a long story.
Indeed. And at the risk of sounding heartless, time isn't exactly on our side.
I see. Well, then I best head off now. Thank you for everything, friend. You saved my life.
Hold on a moment. There's a reason we came for you. Rondar Lacane, the Harbinger of Light, sent us.
Ah, well, that's, interesting. Why?
Well, because he thinks we can stop the Bloodburn. You're looking for the ancient Shaper City, right? Mullendir?
Well, yeah, that's what he hired me for. But what does Mullendir have to do with the Bloodburn? That's that gruesome plague, isn't it?
Yes. Magically gifted people are capable of hearing a voice before an outbreak of the Bloodburn occurs. It resembles some kind of song, and is sung in Shaper language.
A song? Well, that's certainly an interesting connection. I actually think I even know what you're talking about. So I'm guessing that song is why Lacane hired me to find the city in the first place.
Yes. What exactly are you, anyway? An archaeologist?
An archaeologist who specializes in Shaper, or as they call themselves, Zarlanthep culture. They are a sea of mysteries, and yet there's so little knowledge about them. It's a pity.
A dwarven archaeologist? I thought your kind does nothing but forge weapons and drink.
Well, that, young lady, is a stereotype. Though there is some truth to it.
Well, that's certainly an impressive armor you're wearing there, especially for a scholar.
Oh, that? Well, yeah, I'm not exactly defenseless. I'm actually a formidable fighter, though I consider it more of a necessity rather than a passion, other than most of my kin.
You said you knew what we were talking about when we told you of the song. Does that mean you're a mage?
Well, I have some gifts, let's call it that way. I'm an Earth Shaper. It's a primitive form of magic that we dwarves have practiced for centuries and which ran in our family. But please, don't get me wrong, I'm not a wizard. I just know a few tricks that come in handy in my profession.
I see. Anyway, the Harbinger suggested that we join up.
Huh. Well, why not? Actually, you might be in luck. I believe I found the entrance to the city 2 days ago. But before I could get inside, the orcs took me. But would you mind continuing this conversation someplace else? Somewhere not littered with blood and corpses, if possible.
I agree. We should report back to Clara anyway, if the militiamen haven't told her already. Then our new friend can help us find the way to the lost city.
Sounds like a plan.
Old Audrey's son just came running into the village, telling everyone you made it. Is that true? Are the orcs dead?
They are. For now, at least.
For now. I don't like how that sounds. But I suppose you're right. The peaceful times are over. So, what are your plans now?
There's an ancient Shaper city nearby, and the dwarf knows a way inside. We're going there as soon as possible.
A Shaper city? Would you mind telling me what the Harbinger is hoping to find there?
A cure for the Bloodburn.
Huh. A lofty goal. Well, darling, I just hope you know what you're doing. As they say, some secrets are better left buried. Do you think you could come back once you're done there? There's something else I might need your help with. I have some, how shall I say, friends in high places. And something tells me that you'll need more allies soon.
Why would I need allies? We're not trying to start a war.
I know, and maybe I'm wrong, but you've got something about you that attracts trouble. Motion, so to speak. And even if I'm wrong, we could still really use your help.
What kind of friends in high places would a village mayor have?
Enough. Just trust me.
All right. I'll see what I can do. Then I guess we should go.
Guess you should. Goodbye, and good luck.
Thank you. Isgrim, where is that entrance?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, it should be up north. I suggest you lead the way, Corporal.
Was that just me, or...?
The Song of the White. Yes. There might be Bloodburn soon.
So, that was the song you were talking about?
Just trust me.
Sod it. Yes. I remember now. I've heard it before. Very faintly, though. I mistook you for the wind.
Many people do, I guess.
Well then, I think this should be it.
A chunk of rocks.
At the risk of blowing your mind, The most prominent feature of a hidden entrance usually is that it's hidden. We just need to find a way to open it. Alright, let's try this. Zaran Yege Yanor!
Brace yourselves.
Maybe you mispronounced the words.
Look, there might be a great many things you can do that I can't, but reading a text from a piece of paper isn't among them. I'm not stupid.
Well, but you did say you're not exactly an expert on Shaper language. Let us have a try.
Fine, whatever. Go ahead.
Xaran Nige Yanor.
You did it. By Nihal, you did it! We opened the door to the Lost City!
Impressive.
Yes, impressive. For millennia, no one has ever opened that door.
A shapeshifter. I'm guessing you're here to avenge your brethren?
No. I'm simply intrigued by what you just did. To build an army from pitchfork-wielding villagers and destroy the Khal of an orc tribe is one thing. But to open that door, that's an entirely different story. Look, I know this might sound odd from orc to human, but I might need someone with your skills. So, if you're interested, meet me at the foot of Barga Gore. I think we could help each other.
Hang on. Why would you want to help me after I killed your brethren?
They weren't my brethren. These orcs you killed were ash reavers. I'm a fire wielder, and they had it coming to them. Invading human territory was just foolish. I have no sympathy for them. Either way, consider my offer.
Well, that was strange.
We'll think on this later.
Think on this? So you're actually considering his offer?
Maybe. The mayor wasn't so wrong about the fact that we might need allies. Now let's go in, shall we?
Sure. Lead the way.
Though your legs ache and your stomach burns with hunger, you cannot help but feel a vague sense of anticipation as you descend into the black tunnels. For the first time in a very long time, you feel as if you have direction, purpose. You're pulled from your thoughts as you see shadows dancing on the walls up ahead in the tunnel.
Is it just me, or does it smell rotten in here?
I'm afraid you're right. Even though the more pressing question should be, why are there lit candles in a place that hasn't been open for millennia?
But you are certain this is the path to Millendir?
Absolutely. Something lives down here. The only question is, what?
I guess we'll find out.
What? Strange creature.
What in the blazes was that?
I wouldn't know.
By the... I suppose we found the source of that smell.
Indeed. But who or what in the world did this?
Blazes, what is that thing?
Looks like a golem to me. Maybe the Shapers created it.
Huh.
Speak the words.
Is that my imagination, or did that thing just talk to me?
I'm afraid so.
You err. Speak the words.
Open.
You err.
Human. So we aren't the first to enter these tunnels.
But he's mummified. He might have been here for thousands of years.
Hibernian, maybe. It's hard to tell, but that might be tattoos on his forehead.
No, 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 stop! What is meaning of this? Why you killing God King Scions? You. Ugh. You smell unclean. Filthy. Strange creatures you are. Where come from? Who are?
Do you live down here?
Down here? God King does not understand. There is only here. Here and the dark beyond.
The dark beyond?
Yes! Big city. Dark and cold. City of old gods. Evil place. Deadly place. God King protects Scions from evil in dark beyond.
Wait a moment. You and your people, you've always been living in these tunnels?
Of course! Where else would God King's people live? Dark beyond is death.
Huh. His ancestors must have found a secret entrance into these caves centuries ago. That's the only logical explanation.
We aren't your enemy. Your people attacked us first.
Yes, Scions did attack you because Scions were scared. God King wants you no harm. God King is good person, protects people from the great evil in dark beyond. But to protect, God King needs power. And for power, needs Scion flesh. Flesh is power. Raw and strong.
Wait a moment. Did you just say that you eat your own people?
To protect! To protect from dark beyond! God King has to. If not, he will lose power.
So, what do you protect your people from? Monsters?
From horror, from pain! But strange flesh people would not understand. Strange flesh people have not seen it.
Seen what?
Horrors! Unspeakable evil! Mist and fangs and darkness bred from lost city. 14th day, it comes and takes Scions, children, men, women, eats them, slaughters them. And only power can drive it back. And for power, God King needs flesh. Sad, sad cycle of pain.
Maybe he's talking about a spectral abomination, a kind of ghost. I've read about these in some writings on Shape of Ruins.
Or maybe he's just plain bonkers. I guess we won't be around long enough to find out.
What's a bonkers? God King does not like to be talked about like that.
What is this power you were talking about?
Magic! Old magic. Learned from great-great-great-grandfather. Old God King. But to use, God King needs flesh. Fresh flesh of Scion on 13th day.
He might be talking about a primitive form of necromancy.
And it requires him to eat his people to use it.
Who knows? We all know how fond these priests of Nor are of their shady rituals.
This is gruesome.
Gruesome? Strange fleshmen didn't listen, did they? If God King does not eat, God King loses power. And then evil from dark beyond will take them all. Ugh! Strange fleshmen, disrespectful. Strange fleshmen should leave. Go back where they came from.
We can't. We are here to find the lost city, Molandir. The dark beyond, as you call it.
But you will die.
We don't have much of a choice. Can you help us get past this gate?
God King does not like, but God King understands. Yes, he will help, but you will help God King first.
What do you want?
It's simple. Group of treacherous Scions tried to steal my throne. You kill Scions for God King. Bring him their flesh as proof. God King shows you way through door. Understood? God King will be here.
Cry right. God King too strong. God King too cruel.
He took mother, he took son. God King will eat until we all dead.
No. You not understand. God King need flesh, so God King can use power. And only power can protect from the dark beyond.
Lie! All lies! You weak cowards, all of you! You... Wait, you smell?
I think that was it. The rebels are dead.
They didn't look much like rebels to me. They were terrified.
I agree, but they didn't leave us much of a choice. We should head back to the God King.
Yeah, sure.
I think I found your rebels. They attacked me.
You did? Show him. Show God King their flesh.
Sure. Here.
Yes! Yes, strange flesh people speak truth. It's them. He smells it clearly. You honest, you loyal. God King will answer your questions.
We found a mummified corpse in the tunnels. It looked like a mage. Would you have anything to do with that?
Mage? God King not understand. Even if God King don't eat human flesh. Flesh smells strange. Like yours.
Well, but the body was there, and an arm was missing. It looked as if it had been chewed off.
Chewed off. But, oh, of course. God King's brother. He found corpse in lake. Tasted. Did not like. Threw away. Yes, that must be it. God King speaks truth.
You have a brother?
Brother in blood, yes. But not brother in soul. Brother, vile creature. Brutal, lives in holes and eats scions, not for power, but for joy.
Anyway, it's time for you to keep your end of the bargain. How do we get through this door? What are the words?
Are strange flesh people certain? They will die.
Just tell us the words.
God King understands. The words are Kwalan Zugaruge. Speak words to stone man, and door will open.
Kwalan Zagar Ugh. Shaper language. Who would have guessed?
Understood. Farewell then.
Wait, you... God King has favor to ask. Favor may sound strange, but God King asks strange flesh people to listen.
What?
God King wants flesh from outside world. If strange flesh people find goblin flesh in dark beyond and outside world, can they bring it to God King? God King sad for eating own scions. God King needs other way to keep power.
That's, noble, I guess.
Well, we'll see what we can do.
Thank you. Strange flesh people, good people. God King wishes they don't die.
That was one strange encounter, to say the least.
Speak the words.
Kwalan Zagaruge.
You may pass.
It worked. Huh.
Let's find out what he was guarding, shall we?
Nihal's hammer. This is beautiful.
I won't argue with that.
Many tales have been told about Mulandir, the lost city of the Shapers. While some scholars go so far as to doubt its very existence, others claim that it was a utopia, an unconquerable city in a valley of never-ending summer. However, they all agree on one thing. Whoever finds it will go down in history.
By Nihalf, we've found it. This is amazing.
I agree.
Now where can we find clues about the Bloodburn? Isgrim?
Huh? Did you say something?
I said, where should we start searching for clues? We need to find out more about the song.
The song. Yes, of course. Do you think we could rest for a moment first, though? I'd like to take some sketches of this place.
Yes, this place is remarkable, but I'm afraid your sketches will have to wait. The Bloodburn won't stop for us.
All right. I guess you have a point. The only problem is, deciphering the Shaper tongue isn't an easy task. We can't just walk in here and expect to find the answers we're looking for.
Then what do you suggest?
I assume the Nexus would be the best place to start. The heart of the city.
The Nexus?
Long story. In short, it's every Shaper city's core. It's where they drew the energy for their constructions from, where they created their devices, and where they stored their knowledge.
All right then, let's go. Do you see that?
Can you hear us?
I'm sorry, but we don't understand.
Kwaslan. Zaladar?
Punara Yuganza. Zawayetu Kwanlar. Zanju, Nomyan Kesnai, Zanladar?
Fascinating.
You speak their tongue?
A bit. I've never used it in an actual conversation, though. I still can't believe this is happening. We're talking to a living shaper.
So you think this is actually the spirit of a shaper?
It's not a spirit, Tahar. This man, he's neither dead nor undead nor alive. It's almost something like an ethereal puppet string is keeping his life force in place. Not enough for him to die, yet not enough for him to be truly alive.
How long has he been like that? Do you know?
No. But the signature of this magic that's surrounding him is unlike anything I've seen before.
So he's been trapped here for millennia? That's gruesome.
I couldn't agree more.
Well, you have to admire the power of this technology, though.
So, what did he say?
I don't think he was talking to us. He's not even entirely aware of our presence. I think he's gone completely insane.
Interesting.
Well, he doesn't seem a threat. I suggest we keep on exploring first and maybe come back to him later. There's not much we can do for him now.
Feels strange to do that, but I guess you're right. We need to find that nexus first. Lead the way, Tahar.
Undead. Lots of them. How did they get here?
They could be shapers, couldn't they?
Or Hibernians. Only because nobody in our era discovered Mullendir doesn't mean they didn't. Remember that mage in the caves? Nihalf's hammer. Isn't this incredible? The buildings are almost still intact.
Hard to believe nobody ever found this place before. Right in the middle of Iskander. Barren. Interesting. So Mullendir's watering system didn't extend all the way up to here.
Or parts of it broke over the centuries. That it's remained functional until now is already a phenomenon as it is.
Tiara's breath. What was that thing?
No idea. But it fit the description of that great evil the God King was talking about, didn't it?
You're right. If this creature came to visit the goblins every once in a while, I can understand why they were scared.
So, Iskrim, how long have you been doing this?
Doing what?
Digging up bones, dusting off trinkets? I honestly always thought archaeology was just a hobby for the nobles with too much money.
Well, it is, in a way. And I'd have to lie to you if I told you my life's been particularly easy. Especially during the Mage Wars.
Yeah, I guess. Did you ever think of going elsewhere? Kalea, maybe? Finn and Mir? Why did you even leave Windwall?
That's a long story. And regarding your first question, yeah, I have thought about that. Kalea especially. Marvellous place for scholars. But then Rondar Lacane came along and offered me this opportunity.
Makes sense.
Ah, yeah. Do you see that overgrown building? That's the Nexus. Nihalf's hammer. It looks just like on the stone carvings.
Seems to be protected by some kind of barrier, though. How do we get past?
Excellent question. I doubt we can banish that barrier by force. Maybe... yeah. The ghost. He might know something.
Worth a try, I suppose. Let's head back.
Punara Yuganza. Zawa Yetu Kwanlar.
Well then, Iskrim, can you ask him about the barrier?
Yes. Vorzan Devlar. Zawa Yetu Zvan Yaras?
What?
Van Drax. Verzan Devlar.
Punara Yuganza. Zawa Yetu Kanlar. Zanzvu Namyan Kesnai. Devlar.
Oh, I see.
So?
It's complicated, but I think I understand now. He's part of a defense mechanism, so to speak. His soul is bound to the city in order to protect it. I think he wants to be freed.
If he's here to protect, why didn't he attack us?
Good question. Maybe the magic that controls him got weaker with the centuries.
Does he know how the Shapers died? That's one of the greatest mysteries on Io.
I asked him that, but he didn't react. I think he knows, but his mind isn't able to process my question. It's sad. There's this source of Shaper knowledge, yet we cannot access it anymore.
Source of knowledge? That's a person you're talking to. Or was one. You know that, right?
I do. Doesn't make his existence less phenomenal.
And if we free him, will that banish the barrier?
Well, the problem is he's not alone. There are still 3 more of his kind here in Mullendir, and unless we free them all, it won't get us any closer to the Nexus.
Then we need to find them all. How do we free them?
Well, that's the thing. I might have misunderstood, but I think we need to fight and, well, kill him. It's the only way. Blazes, this is so ironic. Here we are, the first sentient beings to walk this city in millennia, and now...
Well, if we want to enter the Nexus, I doubt we have a choice. Also, they don't exactly seem too happy here. I know I wouldn't if I'd been roaming a deserted city as living dead for millennia.
I know. It's what they want.
I'm sorry.
Zalam Kar!
A shard. Wait. Tahar, that rune Lekain gave you, could you show it to me?
Sure.
Fascinating. They look alike.
How is that possible?
Good question. I suggest we take a closer look at it later in the Nexus. Now come. I'd like to get this pointless butchering over with as soon as possible. Amazing. Simply amazing.
What?
This city! Did you notice the vegetation is quite different from where we came from?
Yes. And it's a lot warmer.
Exactly. And it's these canals that are responsible for it. They channel the underground rivers, warm the waters up with their city's technology and lead them all the way through the city. This way, the Valley of Mullendir was and is always fertile. Eternal summer, so to speak.
That's interesting indeed. Would you look at that? It worked.
I was half expecting the city to blow up in our faces.
Now, wait. Do you hear that?
Nihav's hammer.
Tiara's breath. What in the blazes was that?
A steel guardian, it must have been. They are one of the many creatures the Shapers created to keep their cities safe.
Yeah, a giant walking armor with a bloody spiked club sure helped to ease their citizens' minds.
Well, it's dead now, and the path is clear. Let's find out what's behind that door.
Nexus or not, there's definitely an impressive energy radiating from behind that door. Kind of unsettling, to be honest. So, Tahar, do you want to go in?
Yes, just stay wary. We have no idea what to expect.